better place. We are smart at what we do to make our world a better place. By the help of God, to make our world a better place. By the help of God, to make our world a better place. Smart do.
Hello students, in our previous class in communication we discussed about forms of communication, and I hope you are able to remember all of them, their advantages and disadvantages. Today I want us to look at factors to consider when choosing a means of communication. Factors to consider when choosing a means of communication. So you must consider several factors before choosing which one to use. If you want to use the oral, you want to use the phone, you want to use the radio call, you want to use the pager, you must really consider some other factors. If you want to write a letter, if you want to use a video and sound to convey a message, you have to consider the following factors. 1, reliability. 2, you must also consider the confidentiality. 3, you must also consider the evidence. Do you need an evidence that you communicated to somebody? Then you go for either written or audiovisual. 3rd, the type and nature of the message. Do you prefer reading a movie in a book or watching a movie? Then that one is the type and nature of the message. We also have accuracy and maybe let's put the cost factor. How much does it cost to send that particular information? Let's also see amount or volume that you are supposed to be sending as a factor. And we also have urgency of the information, as well as the availability of the means that you want to use. Let's look at the barriers of effective communication. Barriers of effective communication. When I say barriers, these are the things that hinders the information from reaching the intended receiver. So barriers of effective communication. These are factors that hinders the information from reaching the intended receiver. And one of the barriers include lack of common language for both the sender and the receiver. Lack of common language. When you speak in English, the other person only knows how to speak in French. Definitely the information will not be received. We also have a difficult or technical language which the receiver may not understand. We also have where the receiver and the sender have a wide age gap. So we also have number 2, age. When you're speaking to an elder person, elder people are very wise. And when they tell you some things, you may think that they are giving you too much information. It means that one brings us to what we call the attitude of the two parties, both the receiver and the sender. So we also have attitude. Another thing is normally poor timing. There are times when you want to request something from the teacher, or you want to request something from your mother or from your relative. If you do poor timing, definitely you'll not get that thing, because they may be busy doing some other things, and whatever you are talking is not making so much sense. And we also have the message may be distorted. If I say that somebody went to the market and brought 5 mangoes, and then some other person saw 4 mangoes, so the disformation of the message may cause what we call a barrier of effective communication, where the receiver is supposed to get the intended message as from the sender. Let's also look at the services that facilitate communication. Services that facilitate communication. In a business, we must have communication, and there must be some other services that may facilitate the communication. And one of these factors include in an organization, we may have a department of communication where somebody gets a phone or letters, where letters can be dispatched from a sender or somebody like that. So we have courier services that may be able to take a letter from one place, one town to the other. So we say one courier services. Yes, have you ever seen the courier services include like the BM, the G4S in Kenya, and we also have the DHL that is operating the worldwide, and so many others. We also have postal stroke mailing services. Postal stroke mailing. Number 3, we may have franking machine. Number 4, we may have a poste restante. This is a French word that has been assimilated with, that we are so familiar with, and we write it as poste. And we also have number 5, which is print media services. Every magazine, every newspaper comes from them. We also have telephone services. We have telephone service providers. For example, in Kenya we have Safaricom, Airtel. In the US we have several others, and in Tanzania we have Vodafone. Let's also look at the trends in communication. Trends in communication. Trends means something that people are generally accepting and a way of doing that particular thing which we're talking about. For example, here, the trends in communication may include the telephone bureau. Trends may include telephone bureau. We also have mobile phones. Number 3, we also have increased use of email. Number 4, we have increased use of internet. And number 5, and the last one, we have facsimile machines, which are being used widely by the business people. So we have facsimile machine. Facsimile machine is able to print very large prints from the other end. So you feed it here, and then it comes the other side, and it is very fast, it is very timely, and it is used mainly by big business people. So facsimile machine is very important. And with all that, I wish to leave you and wish you all the best. Thank you.